What's going on, gamers? Today we're diving into more Remnant 2 and I'm going to be showing you one way that you can get hold of some amazing gear, some of the best rings and amulets in the game, very fast and easy. So if that interests you, stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back everybody. Today we're back with some Remnant 2. I have been loving this game, I really have, but there's one thing I found out yesterday that's actually quite interesting. Now if you're like me, you may have gone to this vendor right here, and that's going to be Cass. From time to time she sells you some absolutely amazing stock. She really does, and I think it's probably linked to what you're doing within your game. Because if I wasn't doing anything, for me, her stock never seems to rotate. So if I bought everything, she was completely out of stock. However, after I'd done an absolute abundance in the game and came back around about 2 days later, I found that she was selling me every one of these items, some of which were actually really worth having. So I pretty much made sure I bought every single one of them and was almost broke afterwards. But it left me with a thought, how can I get her to rotate her stock? Or how exactly does she get fresh stock in? So I spent quite some time and had not much luck whatsoever. She didn't seem to have it on a timer base. If in your game it's every hour, half hour, let me know, but for me I'm not sure if it's bugged out. It just doesn't seem to really refresh unless it's on maybe a 24-hour basis. So I tried a few things, one of which was going to other world, going to my campaign, completing a bit there, or going into adventure mode, seeing if that reset it, then coming back. Nothing seemed to do the job. However, there is one trick that definitely works. So instead of going to my own playlist, I actually went into the co-op play and was having a little look for people doing stuff there. I found that going in and helping them out on their adventures, if they're willing to have you along and haven't accidentally left co-op on, in which case they'll probably kick you. But if they don't mind having you around, you can help them out. And whenever they're going back to Ward 13, or even if there's just one of these that popped up saying Ward 13, you might want to bop into there and have a little look at the wares their vendor's selling, because it seems that each person's vendor tends to get in stock that's very randomised. So sometimes you'll go in and it'll be stuff you've never seen before, because it'll be a little bit more unique to their world, because it would have been randomly generated in their world. I have managed to get myself an absolute abundance of stock, played a few co-op matches, jumped into a few Ward 13s in other areas, and if you've got some friends, I'd highly recommend you do exactly the same. Jump into their game, have a little look at Cass's wares, and she will probably have different items to yourself, especially if they've completed a lot of the main campaign or just a lot of the game in general. As you can see here, I've found some truly amazing items, some of which are probably classed as some of the best items in the game, such as the Twisted Idol, which is crazy good for a tank build, gives your armor effectiveness of 30% and reduces your encumbrance by 15%. Or for a bleed build, this one, the abrasive whetstone. When attacking a bleeding enemy, your crit chance is increased by 15% and your crit damage is increased by 30%. This is a crazy good amulet to have on your builds if you are running a bleed build. And like I said, as well as that, some of the rings, like Burden of the Gambler, as well as many others, can all appear in Cass's shop, making her one of the best places to go in the game. What I'll put a link in the description with the Fextra Life website. Anything you have a look at there that says can be sold by Cass pretty much can be stocked in her inventory. So if you see something that's absolutely great for your build, this may well be worth trying out. But as always, hopefully it's helped you guys and girls out. There's going to be a load more Remnant content from me and some build guides on the way soon. But for now, take care. I'll see you next day.